I'm Cindy Stark. I'm the director at King of Glory Preschool here at King of Glory Lutheran Church. And I wanted to take a few minutes today to talk with you about how to reassure your children during this challenging time of going through with the coronavirus. It's a very unusual time for everyone, and yet there are some things that we can do to help reassure our children through this time. One of those things you could do is to explain to your children what's going on in clear, factual details. Make sure that you're gearing your information to them, to their level and to their age, and answer things simply. You don't have to give a lot of explanation. You don't have to use really big words. You don't have to try to really educate them with all the ins and outs, but just to let them know the basic facts so that they can make sense of it in their head. I would also caution you to limit their TV exposure to news and other programs that just repeat all of this over and over again. As adults, we understand that what we see on the news is a repeat of maybe what we've seen the night before or even the week before. But for children, they don't understand that always. They think, oh, this is something brand new again. And so for their peace of mind, it's good just to limit a lot of that exposure and a lot of that information. The second thing you could do to help your children is to continue to keep them in a routine. Routine is good for adults as well as children, but children thrive on the stability and the structure of routine. And so even though we've gone through these first several weeks of being at home and doing things differently, now that the novelty is kind of worn off, it's a good time to reestablish some basic routine things within your day, whether that's a meal time, whether that's like reading after lunchtime, quiet time after lunchtime, another routine for the evening. All of those things put structure in your child's life, and those are all good things for them as they're going through this. The third thing you could do is to explain to your child how you are keeping everyone in the household safe and healthy. This is a positive thing to think about as we're going forward through this challenge. What are you all doing as a family to stay healthy, to keep things clean, washing hands, sneezing into elbows and coughing into elbows? All of those good tips and techniques are wonderful, and they show a proactive approach to dealing with the coronavirus as it is at the moment. The next thing you could do to help reassure your children is to keep an open line of communication with them at all times. By now, many of you have already gone through the process of explaining to your children what's happened, why they're not in school, why you're not at work, why things are happening. But you know what? We're going to need new explanations, and new things are going to come down the pike. And so to keep that line of communication open, they can come to you with any question at any time, even if it's the same question 10 different times. It's important to just always stop what you're doing and focus on your child and give them your undivided attention and let them know, sure, you can ask me anything, anytime. It's all good. So that's wonderful. And the last thing you could do to reassure your child too is just to let them know that their job is not to worry. That is the last thing they need to be doing. Your job would be to worry or to be concerned even. I don't know if I would use the word worry, really, but their job is not to worry. Their job is to be part of the family, to just embrace this new time and new season that we're going through and do the best they can with it. And they can leave the rest up to you. So as a quick little update, I wanted to let you know what some of our preschool families have been doing through this time of not being in school. And it's actually kind of fun. It's been very fun to follow them along the way as they're going through these weeks off. One family visited a worm farm. They went to this farm where they cultivate worms, earthworms, and they had other gardens and things going on at the farm, but it was really fun, and the preschool mom said it was very educational for her and her boys. Another family decorated their entire front of their house, their windows, and the shrubs outside with cutout hearts from construction paper, all different colors of hearts. And they see that as showing a sign of hope to people who drive by on the streets. And they've also had other neighbors and other people that they know do the same thing in their neighborhoods. So if you would like to do that, if you need an activity with your child, that would probably be a great one to take on. We also have had kids cooking in the kitchen and making cookies and making lemonade and doing all sorts of different recipes, which have been very fun to watch. And then we've also had families playing board games over Skype and over Zoom and having a fun time, like Saturday night family board game night with their friends, and they go back and forth. They have the same game and they do their thing. So it's very, very fun. The families have just been amazing to embrace this time and really make it a time to be with their children, love on their children, and really make this time count. So as we close, this is the best time to give your children lots of hugs, lots of love, lots of reassurance. And also, I know that we're going to get on the other side of this, and through it, we'll all have really great testimonies to tell each other and to use going forward to speak into other people's lives. And I think that's one of the wonderful ways God will be using this experience in the future and in our future. So thank you so much. Thank you for letting me come and speak to you, and you all have a wonderful day, and God bless you.